by saying that this may not be the best piece for small children. There's a lot of very loud sounds in it, sound effects. You're welcome to leave them in here if you like, but just give you a heads up. Daniel Buckbeck did a lot of research on the history of World War II and wrote a piece about a bombing that happened in Dresden, Germany in 1945. In 1945, the Nazis fed false information through spies, double agents, to the British and Americans that they would be stockpiling ammunition for troops in Dresden. Instead, they actually put women, children, and hospital victims in Dresden, pulled all the troops out, all the ammunition, and got out of Dodge. Unbeknownst to the British and Americans, we bombed the city, hoping that that would be a turning point in the war, that we would maybe be able to get out of the horrible situation of World War II. We had very, as we do now, wonderful men at the time, and now men and women who are serving in the military, who are doing what they need to do in order for us to have freedom. And we are always so appreciative to them for what they do. In this particular incident, though, the attack started out with dropping gasoline on the city, as many of the attacks did in World War II, and then bombs on the city. This piece is supposed to be a description of that particular setting. It can be applied to any other war situation, including something like 9/11, in which people end up getting killed because we're in a situation of war. The first movement describes the Sunday night, February 13th, when everybody was in church. There's an Ave Maria that's going to be played, and you'll hear little impending doom slices in that. But for the most part, it's a beautiful piece. And then at the end, you'll hear this sound out of our low brass that will be bombers from the distance. As you listen to the piece, you'll hear as they get closer, you'll start to hear the sound of kind of a whistling sound that's the dropping of the gasoline. You'll hear the distant bombing. You'll start to hear murmurs as the people woke up and went outside and thought, what is going on? And realized that they needed help. You'll hear them say help in German, Hilfe. And then as it goes on, you'll hear the penultimate point where the bombing actually occurred over Dresden, and then the steam rising as everything ended. And I told them it kind of reminds me of the pictures that we see from New York City after all of that smoke billowed out when the towers crashed, and then it started to just settle, and all you could see was this gray fog and just shapes of people and things through it. And at the very end, you'll hear the cry of one lone person. This is a very mature piece. It's very difficult, typically done by colleges. They are doing a fantastic job. This is Symphony No. 1, Movement 3 and 4, Dresden.